Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Kava here, coming at you from beautiful Baltimore, Maryland, where we're currently having a crazy weekend. We got the Baltimore Orioles in the playoffs. Game 2 is today. I was out and about yesterday, roaming around. Billy Joel was playing a concert across the street. Stevie Nicks was playing a concert. We had Queen. It was crazy. Anyways, it's we're getting into that time of year where it's starting to get cool. Today it's like low 60s. So it's nice to get out of the heat and finally be back into something a bit more comfortable. Anyways, you didn't come here to hear about the goings on about town in Baltimore. You came here to hear about Kava. So I today am very happy to do a review of a new vendor that reached out to me, and I had no idea about this vendor. They were completely kind of under the radar or off the radar or however that saying works. And one thing that jumped out to me is that they operate out of Australia, and just recently Kava became legalized in Australia. For a long time, Kava was illegal in Australia, and it was mostly due to kind of racist laws against Australian Aborigines, prohibiting them from using Kava. There were, because it was mostly Indigenous people using Kava, the government of Australia, I guess a long time ago, made a connection and between Kava and Indigenous people and thought that Kava was somehow a negative thing. Meanwhile, alcohol obviously killed thousands of people, caused just indescribable damage to families and communities all over Australia, while this perfectly safe substitute existed. So anyways, that's the context. We've all been really excited to hear about Kava being legalized in Australia, and now we have it. And I got a package from Australia from Karen's Kava. Now, it's not going to be much of a spoiler alert. I have already tried this Kava. The day that it came in, I was running low on Kava, and I made some, and I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. The thing that kind of surprised me is, it's a Fijian Kava powder, and the Australianness of the Kava. It's a Fijian Kava. So if you like Fijian Kava, you're gonna love this. It's a very, very A+, 10 out of 10 type Fijian Kava. It's exactly what you'd expect from like the best, highest quality Fijian Kava, only that it's coming through Australia. So you're getting Fijian Kava by way of Australia when you try this out. So I don't know which market Karen's Kava is really aiming for, if it's the US market, if it's the Australian market, but this is the first Australian vendor I have ever done a Kava review of, and I was blown away by how good this Fijian Kava is. And I'm going to make some today on an empty stomach, just to do my normal Kava sewer thing. If you go to their website, karenskava.com, I think, but just Google Karen's Kava. I can't remember if that's the exact URL, but they have some other cool stuff. Like they have like a Fijian hot sauce. And I don't know, I love hot sauces. I just like pour hot sauce on everything that I eat. So when I saw that, I was like, I want to try that hot sauce. So it's like hot sauce, Kava. I wouldn't put the hot sauce in the Kava. That might be kind of gross. But yeah, cool website. They have a lot of good information about the safety of Kava and the use of Kava and the function of Kava in society and how it's a positive thing. And I really like the packaging too. I mean, I think everybody who sees this would agree that this is awesome packaging. It's transparent, the bag, it's resealable. It's actually like a very good thick material. It doesn't feel cheap or like it's gonna tear or spill when you close it. So yeah, this is a half of a kilo, and I've already done about I've already done about 250 milligrams. And as you can see on the back there's their Australian address and phone number. And yeah, I'm gonna make this up and I'm gonna tell you how it tastes and tell you how it feels. To the hula, we must eternally bula. Coming in from the cold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've made up my tanoa of kava. I know it looks a little bit dirty, but that's just dried kava on the side, and a real connoisseur does not wash his tanoa or her tanoa. Gotta let those kava lactones season the tanoa. That being said, I don't know. Maybe traditionally people do wash their tanoas, so don't get me into any trouble. All right, so bula. I'm gonna put this shell down and describe the taste. I can already tell you from previous experiences with this kava that a little bit goes a long way in terms of like I use a cup of kava to about 1.5 liters, 2 liters of water, and a little bit goes a long way in the sense that it makes a really strong, thick, muddy kava when you knead it up. So bula. There it is. It's a Fijian kava. It's got really good numbing effects for a Fijian kava. I'd say like kind of more numbing than your average Fijian kava. A little bit peppery than most Fijian kavas, but very pleasant. Very pleasant. Goes down really smooth. There's definitely no kind of gag effect that you get when you throw it down the chute. I really love it. I think it's a above average Fijian kava powder, and I don't know whether it coming from Australia has. I don't know if there's any difference in how kava is processed, packaged, stored in Australia, but it does have a slightly different flavor than a lot of the kavas I've had that coming through the U.S. I don't want to say fresher, but definitely like a little bit more floral in its flavor. And on the nose, the powder is really has a kind of a nice peppery smell to it, which I think most people would kind of pick up right away who drink kava on a regular basis. All right, I'm gonna keep moving through this tanoa. I'm gonna I'm gonna get this whole baby down the hatch, and then I'm gonna come back and let you know what my final thoughts are on an empty stomach from Karen's Fiji kava powder. To the hula. Well, hey there, fellow kavaseurs and kavasutresses and non-binary kava people. I've had a lot of this kava now. I've worked my way through this tanoa, and I'm really, really feeling it. All the stress is just rolling off like a waterfall over some smooth rocks. Bula. I'd say this is like very unusually strong for a Fijian kava, and that's a really good thing. Just like 3/4 of a cup to 1.5 liters of water really kind of put me in that right place. Got a lot of stress going on in my life right now, and this was a most welcome afternoon. So again, we got the bag, Karen's Fiji kava powder. Got the warning, use in moderation, may cause drowsiness. I don't know if I violated that warning. I don't know what moderation means when it comes to kava. Connoisseur usually goes a couple tanoas deep before I hang up my cleats, but one tanoa of this really ties the room together, if you know what I mean. Absolutely worth checking out. Really good stuff. Fijian Kava. Not much else to say here, but check it out. Really good stuff. And coming soon, I'm going to be doing more reviews of Coral Sea Kava. And again, if you look at my last video, if you go to their website, follow the link from my video and use Kava Sewer 10 as at the checkout, you get 10% off. But yeah, I'm going to go lay on the couch because I feel like I'm going to get couch locked any second here. All right, to the hula. To the hula, we must bula. Kava Sewer out.